Hello. My name is Max Renier, and my story begins at the end, or perhaps I should say, at a beginning that feels eternal. I find myself in the fourth circle of hell, a place described by Dante in his Inferno. If you've read it, you might remember this circle punishes greed. Picture it, misers and spenders trapped in a never-ending cycle of toil. We roll massive bags of money, pushing against each other until we crash. The one who falls first? Well, they get whipped by a demon, forced back to their feet to try again. The winner? They're handed a single gold coin, which can buy them one precious minute of rest before the cycle starts anew. You might think rest would be a welcome respite, but here, it's just a cruel reminder of what we've lost. Time feels elastic in this place, stretching endlessly, twisting and turning in ways I can't begin to comprehend. The grunts and screams of the damned echo around me, a cacophony of despair I try to block out. You see, there's no empathy here, and that's why I suffer. But can you really blame me for looking out for number one? I spent years working 70 hours a week as a hospital janitor, barely scraping by. Trust me, you haven't seen anything until you've dealt with the aftermath of human neglect. People are disgusting. They do revolting things, like stuffing dirty diapers and soggy paper towels down the toilet. It's as if they think garbage cans don't exist. I had to empty those garbage cans. Trust me, they were just as bad. I should have earned a fortune for my efforts, but after taxes, my paycheck was just as disgusting. Now, here I am, another fighter in this pit of despair. I push my chest forward, summoning all my strength as I crash my bag of loot into my opponent's. He stumbles, falling face first into the muck. A demon appears, whip in hand, and the sound of it slicing through the air is something I'll never forget. He howls in agony, struggling to get up only to be knocked down again. After enduring another lash, the poor guy scrambles to his feet and shoves past me, desperate to escape. The demon hands me a doubloon, a meagre reward for my efforts. I could save it, gather more coins for more rest, but I know the rules. I'm only allowed to keep what I can carry in my tattered pockets. So I give it back. 60 seconds of rest. Just 60 seconds to breathe, to reassess my existence. In this place, a minute feels like an eternity. I think back to one particularly chilly Friday in October, a day that haunts me still. I was sitting in the cafeteria, eating my usual lunch. The rain was drizzling down the nearest window pane, blurring my view of the parking lot outside. Fluorescent lights hummed above me, casting a sterile glow over my tray of bland chicken tenders and potato wedges. I didn't have much of an appetite, but I knew I needed the protein and carbs to make it through my shift. So, I chewed mechanically, replaying the morning in my mind. That day, 2 toilets had overflowed, an explosion of piss, shit, and massive wads of soggy toilet paper. The floor was a disaster, a filthy landscape of human waste that had leaked into nearby stalls. The culprits? They had vanished without a trace, leaving me to deal with the aftermath. I wasn't happy. My supervisor wasn't happy either, especially when I used a few colourful words to describe the mess. But can you blame me? I was just trying to survive in a system that didn't seem to care about me or anyone else. Now, as I stand here in this relentless cycle of greed and punishment, I realise that I am trapped not just in this circle, but in my own choices. Each clash with my opponent reminds me of the battles I fought in life, struggles to make ends meet, to find dignity in a job that many looked down upon. I think about my family, the dreams I had. I thought working hard would lead to a better life, a way out, but I never imagined it would lead me here, to a hell where the only certainty is suffering. As the seconds tick down in my brief moment of rest, I look around at the other souls lost in their greed. Each of us is fighting our own battles, driven by desperation, regret, and the hope for something better, something we may never see again. But maybe, just maybe, there's a lesson buried beneath the pain. Perhaps the true wealth lies not in what we accumulate, but in how we treat one another. In this relentless cycle, I can only hope that one day I'll break free from this hell and learn to rise above my own greed.